Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club YouTube live stream. I'll be one of your commenters, Robert Young. I'm joined here with Ken Clark, and we will be talking about the first draw here at the 2026 GNCC Kayser mixed bonspiel. This is a mixed 5 and under event. That is a national qualifier for the U5 nationals that we'll have here.
So, Rob, what does it mean by mixed?
So for those of you who are listening, mixed is a format in which you are alternating by gender. So it'll either be male, female, female, or female, male, female, male. You are required to have an alternating position. Gender is based on like your position is based on gender. Alternating is important. You have to be male, female, or vice versa. Other than that, all the rules are the exact same. We are operating with the five rock rule and a no tick rule as well. Games are timed, and if you are tied at the end of regulation, there'll be a half end. I haven't seen a half end tiebreaker done before, so it'll be interesting to find out how that works because I don't know how that works. But this is a 5 and under event in which players here have been curling for 5 years or less within the GNCC. As I said earlier, winners of this event will have a berth into the 5 and under Nationals Championship. That will be happening later on in the season. We will be focusing our attention on Sheet B and Sheet C. We do have another live stream that is going on for Sheets C and D. There is no action on Sheet A for our first draw today. On Sheet B, we have, where are we at? Oh, that actually makes more sense. On Sheet B, we will have a Potomac team, the Everglides, skipped by Brian Nist, versus a team from Triangle. We picked the Yellowstones, skipped by Eric Stash. On Sheet C, we have a Potomac team, to be or not to be Yellowstones, skipped by Ricky Moore, against a team from Jersey Pinelands, Redwoods amongst the Tetons, skipped by Robert Tolliver, also a member of the Potomac Curling Club. On Sheet D, we have the Canadian Club of Boston, skipped by Bobby Bouthillette, named Parks and Rec, versus a Schenectady team, Old Faithful 4, skipped by Kevin Martin. Not that Kevin Martin, a different Kevin Martin. No, not that one either. The other Kevin Martin. And looking at everything, it seems to be we are already on seconds rocks here on Sheet B and on Sheet C. And for those of you who are listening, we do have an active chat room here on the live stream, especially on Sheets B and C live stream. So feel free to ask questions and interact with us over on the chat room. Right now, Everglides, I believe Everglides have the hammer. So Yellow Rocks have hammer here. They have 2 corner guards, which is really nice here on Sheet B. Looks like the Everglides want to go ahead and start aggressive here, and Harrison Folk being asked to try to draw around. Sweepers are at it, trying to get it to get off that center line, if anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure on Sheet B. Hold on, which one is yellow?
Everglides are yellow. So
okay, Yellowstones are not yellow.
Yep.
Okay, is that?
So the people who are trying to pick Yellowstones are red.
And at least on Sheet C, the Redwoods got red.
We love it when the team names match the actual color of the rock. It's a great thing. On Sheet C, we do have a center guard, corner guard situation for the Redwoods. And they're just kind of in a draw behind. I believe red does have hammer on Sheet C. So it looks like we have we have a hammer team trying to utilize those guards. On Sheet B here, Harrison Folkby kicking out for the Everglides. I believe just going to try to draw behind, get some action into that house. And on Sheet C, to be or not to be Yellowstones, being asked just to go ahead and peel that guard. Nice draw attempt there for Yellowstones. Sitting back 4 in the wings, and Brian's trying to ended up just going to hit and try to roll behind. Sounds like Sheet C likes the same idea, so on Sheet C, Redwoods are going to do a takeout of themselves, a takeout as well. No, I lied. That's not the Redwoods. That's to be or not to be Yellowstones. So Jen Sizemore on Sheet C being asked to do a hit and roll. And here we go with Sarah on Everglides doing the same. So who will perform the best hit and roll?
And what did you say Jen's last name was?
Isn't it Sizemore?
Skidmore.
Skidmore, sorry. I know a few Sizemores. I apologize. All right. So Sheet B got a lot of yellow guards in play. Nothing in the house just yet. Second vice as Rocco's away. Annie Swanberg here for we pick the Yellowstones, who unfortunately does not have yellow. Line's looking really good here to try to draw behind, but the weight's a bit up. So it looks like it's probably going to settle, biting back 12. Oh, found a really great path right there, a really nice grippy path there. So it ends up just being back 4 again. And Sarah Venugopal look like they're probably going to end up just tapping their yellow guard back with backline weight. And if they clip it, if they're ever wide or heavy, or wide or narrow, it's fine. Just as long as you move that yellow out of the way, it'll probably force red into either drawing behind again or just, putting a guard up. Looks like it was a draw attempt for yellow on Sheet C. Line is looking really good, just needs to put some brakes on a little bit for them to sit 2, and it's looking really nice. That's a lot of curl on that one. There isn't a lot of rotation on that rock, so you're going to end up getting a lot more movement on it once the brakes are.
But it's nicely guarded.
Nicely guarded, sitting 2. It looks like on Sheet C, Robert Tolliver is going to line up and just at least get a peel on the red, and if it runs the red back into the yellow shot, that's not a bad idea. So in Sheet B, it looks as though the attempt at the tap back was just a bit wide. So we picked the Yellowstones. Looks like they're going to end up guarding. And the nice thing about this shot here, if you already seen the line. If you are heavy, you are just going to tuck in right between the 2 rocks. If you get a guard, that's great. Force them into making a draw on the skips first. So we are now in the skips rocks here for pick Yellowstones.
No, it's
yeah.
No, sorry. Somehow I saw another rock there that wasn't there.
See,
I'm seeing things.
This is going to be confusing this weekend. We've got a lot of teams with Yellowstone in the name who may or may not have Yellowstones.
But we are
so maybe everyone's team name should be hindsight is 2020.
So skip stones on Sheet C too.
Mm-hmm.
And Sheet D also. Yes, all 3 are even with each other at the moment, as often happens in the first end.
Looks like the weight's really good here on Sheet B for that guard. Nice motion on that one as well. So it looks like they're just going to half cover. Yeah. Nice guard attempt. So now for Brian, trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. Probably going to end up being draw behind. Follow that same path and just try to get touching the forefoot. And Ricky on sheet C, nice guard, nice draw. Sits back 8, but they are sitting 1, 2, 3, which is real nice. Trying to use those corner guards if they can. And Rob on Team Redwoods, Team Tetons, because I need to not use color descriptions in the names. I'm going to get confused. Going to try to do a draw to sit frozen to the yellow shot rock.
Every moment of a silence out there.
You gotta love it when everyone's already on skips rocks because like the silence is just palpable. It's the first end. The stress is high. I gotta say though, I'm looking over on sheet D, Bobby Bouthilette's jacket. That's a sharp looking jacket. I like that. I'm also very partial to the Jersey Pinelands jacket because I designed that a long time ago. So slightly partial to that. All right, first skips rocks away for Brian Nist on the Everglides. Goal here is just to draw right behind, get a touch of that forefoot. And Robert Tolliver is going to throw his first skips rock on sheet C here, doing the exact same thing. It's a draw, just needs to sit frozen, and they're already calling for line. Overcalling a lot here. If it's hot, you might be able to move some things around on the guards and promote if we can. Now it's going to hit, move some things around. It opens up the 2-shot yellows for a hit, but it also gives a center line guard. And now Ricky's got an opportunity to either guard or draw behind that center guard. They do not have hammer, so I'm partial when you don't have hammer and you just was given a center guard, draw behind the center guard.
He missed a beautiful shot by Bouthillette on sheet D. There were 2 yellows in the forefoot, and Bouthillette ran back a red, took out both the yellows, and leaves red sitting 5 with 2 rocks left to throw in the end.
All right, so Eric Stash lining up his last for the first end here. Their goal here, I kind of like the idea of drawing behind it. He already saw the guard line, so he just needs to get like a few more feet and sit 2. I'm hoping that's the call. I didn't get a chance to look at the call here. The line is looking really good. It might end up putting the brakes on here soon. Tracking a little bit. Starting to curl now. I think they're going to clear the guard. Oh, it's going to clip the guard just a bit, yeah. And it was just guard weight all the way, so it just clogs it up. No need to get too greedy here. You're already seeing your 1. And now Brian's got to figure out, are you going to tap to draw to out count, or are you going to keep the same line that everyone's seen? I think he's also thinking about doing that's what I was hoping he was going to do. So just tap the red into the yellow and try to get the yellow into the top 4. Looks like the draw attempt on sheet C to sit 4th was just a bit heavy. So now it's Robert Tolliver for the Tetons. Looks like it's going to be you can be a little up here if it's a draw attempt because you have backing to touch of those yellows. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do on skips rock on the hammer on sheet C here from Robert Tolliver.
On sheet D, Bouthillette has a direct hit for a 6 if he sticks.
Doesn't need to kill it on sheet D. He just needs to get maybe back line, get some curl on that one. All right, sheet C, we've got hammer away. Goal here is just to draw, and if it's ever up, just make sure you clink those yellows around. And hammer on sheet B now being thrown by Brian Nist for the Everglides. This one is just a tap. It's a little wide, it's got a curl. If it hangs out too much, you run the risk of promoting one of the reds up. So
unfortunately, sheet C was a little heavy. Sheet C, a little heavy in late yellow steel.
Yep, it was heavy on both for hammers. So looks like we got steals happening on sheet B and on sheet C. Sheet D over curls on the hit attempt.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Wow. That was lucky for yellow. So 1 yellow on sheet D. We got 3 yellows on sheet C. And what was it on sheet B?
It'll be 1 red on sheet B. I do see a Duke hat on sheet B. As a North Carolinian, it makes me, I'm filled with rage looking at a Duke hat. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Matt Rodriguez, excited to be here. Rob and Ken. I don't know who this Rob is. It's missing a B. This is Rob.
You've been robbed.
I've been robbed of my B. Ha, ha, ha. I'm funny.
And nobody on their second stream has anything to say, sorry. Nobody loves us.
I'm used to that. So while we're setting up for leads rocks here on the second end on both sheets, on all the sheets, just as a reminder for those of you interested in the Potomac Curling Club, check us out at curldc.org, where you can see information about our upcoming Bonspiel, the Cherry Blossom. We will be having in the first weekend of March. No, I lied. Third weekend of March? Yes. We are returning back to a straight bracket for that rather than pool play. 32 teams, and the food will always be amazing. So if you're interested in coming out to the D.C. area in March, check out the Cherry Blossoms and compete in the Cherry Blossom. Check out our website, curldc.org. Looks like a hit attempt here on sheet B, but they're noticing there's a lot of curl action, so they need to sweep to get a good contact on it. Yep, nicely done. A lot of early curl on that one as it came out of the second hand there, the lead's hand there. Sorry. So Megan Romberg being asked for the corner guard again. Always nice to have a corner guard. Always better to use a corner guard here.
Oh.
Sweepers not touching this guard. They're saying it's a little up. And I'm going to assume that Eric's going to want to hit that again. Eric's, calling for the hit for Jeremy, the second on Team Yellowstones. I'm just going to call them We Pick because, again, the colors on the team names are going to confuse me here. On sheet C here, it looks like the ice is definitely picked up speed because everyone's wanting to play behind the tee line rather than a guard. So it's getting that adjustment right now. Our ice here at Potomac, we have an amazing ice crew here. And if you're not used to like really fast ice, especially as it comes up to speed, you're going to start noticing that you don't really need to kick out very fast out of the hack to get a guard anymore. So I'm wondering if we're getting draw weights of like probably 14-9. No, they're sweeping it. Oh, it's actually a little bit slower than we thought. So 13-8 hog to hog. That's pretty slow right now, which is good on sheet B. I don't know what's going on sheet C, then they might be just over kicking. I now have a handy dandy stopwatch, so I will be a very informed commenter. Shot here for We Pick. Looks like they're going to go for the hit here. They don't need to kill it, just like backline weight would be, board weight would be really nice here. I think they're just going to tap back. with backline weight. Not bad. And on sheet C, looks like we have another like a space weight hit. Everything's staying behind the tee line, so. Looks like we got a hit call here on sheet B by Harrison for the Everglides. Ideal here is going to be hitting and getting a good roll to the center line, but it might just make contact and roll out. Yep. And Nick Freeling on sheet C for Yellow Rocks, going for the hit. It's curling a lot, but it also looks a bit down as well. It might actually end up being like a guard. So I guess it was a highly underthrown there. Nice guard being thrown here by Annie, trying to get something in that center line. And Brian Nist for the Everglides, wanting to draw right behind it. Sarah's lethal when it comes to draw weight. Once she finds it, she's dialed in for the rest of the game. So top 8 would be great here. Top 4 even better. So Sarah on sheet B for Yellow Rocks. And on sheet C, looks like we got a guard would be great. Top 12 would be great as well. Looks like a little hot here for the Tetons, sitting probably full 8. Nicely thrown to sit 1-2. Yeah, a little up here on the draw attempt on sheet B. And joining us right now, we got Jamie Bellafontaine. Apparently not, Jamie. Apparently we don't like that number.
How about now?
Hey, Jamie, what's going on?
Hey, guys. ISIS,
It's a little, the draw that we saw earlier was actually 13-6, so it actually is a little slow coming up the center line.
Okay.
I'm wondering if people are just giving a little extra on their releases. On sheet C, that was a good attempt from Jen for Yellowstones to try to draw in between the two reds. I like the placement of the Yellowstone because now they can move some things around here. So the question for Robert is, looks like they want to draw, get to that center line. I don't hate it. I'd kind of want to see them maybe go to the wings. I think since red's got hammer here, off the center line is ideal in this scenario.
Little up, but
a little up there. 13-1, yeah.
Okay, I was coming up to speed. Did they run rocks before the games?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Clearly neither was I.
Well, you're a little busy organizing stuff.
Nah, I'm just helping.
Yeah, you're helping, therefore you're busy. I have nothing better to do. I'm just here talking.
So, business as usual.
Usual, yes.
Yeah.
However, this time I'm pretending I know what I'm talking about, rather than admitting I know nothing. I'm just pretending.
I think I would trust you with the broadcast anyway.
Ugh. There's too many sheets to worry about. I just want to worry about one sheet.
I like to do the one sheet, or
I got Ken. Ken is our sideline reporter for sheet D. I like this.
Nice.
Speaking of which, hey Ken, what's going on sheet D?
It's keeping pretty clean there, so not much to talk about at the moment. Just trading hits.
A lot of clean play happening on all 3 sheets, except for maybe sheet C decided to, once they got 2 reds in the house, start playing a little more. They decided they didn't want to throw it behind the tee line anymore, which is great.
Lots of guards. Yeah. And we did sharpen rocks last week?
Yeah. We were playing on our competitive league last night. I was on sheet B early. We weren't getting as much on the rotate. When you have a good rotation, we weren't getting much curl. Under rotating, we did see a lot of motion. Yeah, a lot of snap. So.
All right. Sarah's got the broom for Brian to throw his first skips rock.
Oh, sheet C here for Tetons. If they can get it to go a few more feet, it's going to look really nice. But it looks like it's coming down to be just a 2 guard. The line was really good, and then it just applied the brakes. So this isn't bad for Red Rocks for the Tetons on sheet C. They're sitting 1-2, but you are exposed enough that they could hit one of them out, and that's what Ricky's looking like to do for. Oh, by the way, Jamie, I would really like for you to go talk to all the teams that have a yellow or red color in their name, and please ask them what would be your alternative team name, because you're gonna confuse all the broadcasters.
We are actually hoping for a full Yellowstone quarterfinal in some event.
No, I'm not commenting that at all. I am now on sheet B. It is Everglades versus Pick Me, because I'm not saying colors. Okay,
right.
Can't do it.
Everglades were another Yellowstone pun team before they were gently called out. Ooh, nice hit to clear out a red stone.
Good
and
double.
Jen sweeps that out.
Good double from Ricky there. It does leave red in for shot, which it's behind the tee line, so there's some options there that Ricky has. But Ricky he's up 3. Clearing things out is is probably the best. With all the guards, clearing the things out of the house is probably the best for Ricky right now.
Play small ball.
Yes. And on sheet B, Eric Stash for Pick'em is going to draw behind the guard. I'm not using color names. It's confusing.
The Yellowstone's playing Red Rocks? Yeah.
See, you get it.
I'm picking you up. Don't worry. And call for line on this one.
It looks up though too. This is just gonna be
13.5 might stick around, but it'll depend on.
It'll
whether it
glide.
grabs.
I think it'll glide back.
Well, with Sarah pounding it, that's going through.
Well, you're under rotating it as well. So typically, when you do under rotate it, it does want to put the brakes on, but that time just space wait.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, Brian with Skips Rock. Do you think he throws for the blank here?
Should.
I would.
So if you are a new curler, if you're a 5-and-under curler, and you were presented as a skip with an opportunity for a blank, word of advice, use this as free information, all right? Do not just throw through without a plan, all right? If you want to see a hit line, if you want to see new information, have a plan. Don't throw through for the sake of throwing through. I've seen so many people, they just do it. There needs to be a reason. So if you're going to go for the blank, if you're just going to throw through, at least see a hit path that you can use later, all right? I like this because a lot of times for newer curlers.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. Doing the inside out is always a really good option because so many times people don't regularly play the inside out hit. It's good confidence. It's good information.
And sometimes it'll dive and sometimes it won't.
Yep. And with that one, Brian, he kind of came across his body a little bit, so it definitely was a lot more had more curl to start. So we have a blank here on sheet B, and I gotta love this. I love Team Pick Me. They're not even waiting. They're already ready to go for the third end here.
Yes.
So sheet C and D are both on the last yellow rocks. So just a draw attempt here on sheet D, and Ricky's trying to. I guess he's just trying to draw in.
I love the draw in, and if you're ever a little heavy and you get some good curl, you could push that red back to sit too.
Look at him. Oh, slowed right down.
No, yeah, it's always confusing to watch Ricky throw because it looks like he's
the stick curlers. Yeah, it's always the stick curlers.
Oh, that dove.
Yep. It's that rotation. You got to make sure that you give a good snap, and it's hard. It is super harder to do to get that snap on the rotation as a stick curler than anybody else. So the accidental knuckle, and Ricky not happy with that. But they have a 3-point lead right now, so at worst you're giving up a 2. That still puts them in a good position.
Yeah, I mean where the yellow rocks landed, it kind of makes the draw path a little more challenging.
Yeah,
so
just talking the raise here.
Rod's looking at the raise, so yeah.
How are we looking on sheet D there, Ken?
It's the same. Bobby's about to throw hammer here, so he's just got a.
Return.
I think he's just trying to nose the yellow to stick one.
And I'm absolutely certain he wants to ensure it hits the way that he wants. After that last attempt, he really wants to get that confidence in his releases there. That's the one thing I love about 5-and-under curling. It is that reminder that if you can throw 50 to 60%, you're doing great for 5-and-under curling. And it's one of the best skills that you can learn is making sure that if you make a miss, that you, quote, should have always made. Just let it go.
Oh,
Focus on the next time.
Actually, I didn't see there was a second red rock there, so it's actually a hit for 2. So excellent.
Deuce
hit
for
for 2.
Bouthillette.
Yeah.
Nicely done. On sheet C here, they're calling just for a tap. It looks a little up, though, too. They really need to touch those reds.
Oh, no.
So we do get a biter, but I don't know if it's out counting. That looks like probably a measure. From this perspective, it definitely needs to be measured.
Yeah, I'm looking more yellow.
It does look a little bit more yellow, but we have a really weird angle.
I think I would just call that yellow and not do a measure.
I think they've already made the call, so yeah.
Yep. All right, so only 1 red.
Good. It was a good idea for Red Rocks to do that, just a little heavy.
So 2 ends done on all 3 sheets and keeping it fairly close. So not
Just a bit.
only close because of that miss for 6. So
Yeah.
so.
I do love the fact that I just got a friend of mine from Triangle, Connie, who has decided to go on Instagram and heckle me about, hey, we are enjoying your rock team name color confusion so far, not noticing that she's Canadian because she spelled color with a U. So this explains a lot, Connie, if you can hear me, which I'm assuming you can because you had a Triangle team on the ice, so why not? Oh, by the way, Connie, just to give you a heads up, we will see you in Vegas in March for the GNCC mixed playdowns. All right, so on sheet B, we're in seconds rocks right now. Harrison Folk for the Everglides. Believe the call is just to guard their shot rock, but it looks real deep here. It looks like probably going to end up being hackway. There's the contact, and this is going to scoot itself back. So yeah, yellow sitting 1, wide open, and looks like Triangle team pick me. Eric just asking his second to just freeze down, I guess. I like the freeze rather than just the plain hit. This is Jeremy Swanberg for the pick-me's. Again, I'm not saying any team name with a color. I'm just confused. Jeremy didn't seem to like that when he came out when he was coming back to the glass, and yeah, it's a bit heavy. This ice is going to trip you up. Once it picks up speed, you barely have to come out of the hack for it to get exactly what you want. So. I've recently been to Triangle this season. I know that they have fast ice, so hopefully they will get the adjustment figured out soon. Harrison also looks like he's found the adjustment. The weight's looking decent. It does look finally like a glidey path though. This looks like it's gonna be back 8 weight from this perspective. Looks like back 12. Yep, back 12. Not a bad result, though. Sitting 1-2 and managed to get right in front of that catcher in the back. So, looks like Eric's going to ask Annie just to do a hit and roll behind their corner guard. And looks like they're going to do it inside out. So we are on first Vice Rocks here on sheet B for the team pick-me's. Line is looking really good. It's starting to curl. It curls a lot right past that hog line. Gets the hit. Will the roll stick around? It's looking real good. Probably a little bit further than you would have liked, but you're sitting shot rock in the rings right now. But it looks like from the hack, you could probably see about 90% of that shot rock. So Brian's got to figure out, do we go for the hit? Do we draw behind it? Calling for bumper weight on sheet B for Sarah Venugopal. Shifting our attention to sheet C right now. Looks like the Tetons drawing behind that yellow guard. Looks really good. Great sweep, but it did look a little up. Probably going to end up being back line to hack. Yep, space weight. So on sheet C, the Tetons are sitting 1-2, but they're touching top 12 and sitting back 12. So enough space for Ricky on the to be or not to be's. Team name Hamlet. Yep. Nice attempt of the hit. Good hack way. So cleared the shot rock. Yellow sitting 1 now. So nicely thrown by Sarah. And Nick Freeling for the Team Hamlets trying to draw in. There's some good motion on that one. It seems a little up though, so they're probably going to try to draw into that back red. Yep. I like that a lot. So on sheet C, yellow just tapped that red back enough to be super annoying. It didn't get rid of it completely, so it's not an easy hit for the Tetons. So if you're going to throw a little heavy, that was a good pro side shot for the yellow rocks on sheet C. Ooh, the stuttering is bad. I apologize. On sheet B here, the Everglides, Sarah Venugopal is probably going to be drawing right behind that high red guard. And on sheet C, it looks like the Tetons are just going to clip that yellow guard. The weight looked pretty good, but just needed a little bit more line there. It looks like both sheet B and sheet C, the draw attempts clipping those corner guards.
Got that as a back. I'd like it top 8. Tim, how do you feel about like board up to control?
So on sheet C, it looks like Nick is being asked to just draw behind that red guard. On sheet B, this is the conundrum. If you are red, you have do not have hammer on for this end, and yellow is sitting 1. What do you do here? Do you draw behind that center guard, or do you try to make a play at the yellow in the back? Personally, you don't have hammer this end, and you've got a center guard. Use the center guard. Sit top 8 behind that yellow would be really nice right now.
Sheet D, run back attempt to get rid of a yellow looks nice. Keeps both the reds around, although only one's counting at the moment, I think. I don't know. Actually, it might be hard to tell.
So discussion here for the pick-me's. What just?
I don't know. What did I do? The sound is good. It's just we're not hearing it right.
Test. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So on sheet B here, they changed their mind. They're going to do the hit on the yellow for Team Pick-Me's with the red rocks. And it looks here, Jen for yellow will be drawing behind the guards. Getting a lot of curl here on sheet B. So it looks like it was a board weight there. If you're just watching on sheet C, that rock just took a turn. Not a lot of rotation on that, and with the touched up rocks we have right now, once the break settles in and there's not a lot of rotation on the rock, it's just gonna turn. It's not even gonna curl. It's gonna turn right. So weight comes down. It ends up being a 1 guard there for the Yellow Rocks on sheet C. And based on the positioning here on sheet B, looks like Brian's going to try to draw behind that high guard to sit 1-2. I like that call. You get a guard, use the guard, especially if your goal here is to get a multiple. So Brian Nist for the Everglides, getting ready to throw his first skips rock. Nicely thrown red rock for the Tetons for the Pinelands. Believe that was that Kelles?
Yeah, I don't see Kelles out there today.
No, it's a different Kelles.
Different Kelles. Okay.
Last name is Shoemaker?
Ah.
No, Han. Sorry, I have 2 different lists here.
Well, we'll just have to ask them their names later.
Well, what does it say on the hang down over there for the Vice? Is there a Shoemaker on that list?
Yeah, Han.
Yeah, Han. Okay, so that's different.
We can see what the live draw says.
No, I have 2 different. I think I got the right sheet here. All right, so looks like the draw attempt on sheet B was quite light here. And on sheet C here, yellow is sitting shot right behind corner guards. So for Rob, who does not have hammer right now, really love the idea of just drawing like full 4 right behind the stagger center guards. And we are about to have on sheet B last stone here for Team Pick-Me's from Triangle. And it's going to be I didn't know what the call was, whether or not that was the hit or the draw, because I know he attempted the hit earlier, and with that line call, that broom placement, it could either be both. It's looking a little up, kind of in this no man's land. This looks like it's going to end up coming down to being back 8. And from my perspective, it's well behind that guard, so if Brian wants to make a play at it using backline weights, definitely doable, because that guard is behind so far up towards this hog line. You know, it has to be a down weight hit, though. You don't want to overthrow this. And speaking of overthrow, it looks like on sheet C, I didn't get to see the result, whether it was hogged or through, but it was, I guess the draw attempt was just heavy on sheet C. So Ricky Moore for team sub-name Team Hamlet, going for the draw for 2 here. Nope, not yet. Sorry, we're not on Skips Rocks yet. We're not on Hammer Rock on sheet C. My apologies.
But this is hammer on sheet B.
That's what I was confused on. Hammer on sheet B.
You're just trying to hit that red rock out and hopefully stick around. Looks a little wide.
Wide and a lot of rotation there. Needs to curl. Harrison on it for the curl. It needs to curl a lot there.
That's coming. That'll get a piece of it.
I don't know. It'll tap it, but it'll get the tap. The weight was there. The problem was that that extra rotation on the release kind of kept it from curling or not. So it looks like it's a steal of 1 for Team Pick-Me from Triangle. Again, or I'm sorry, we picked the Yellowstones. I say that with such disdain. I'm so confused.
So on sheet C, it's Ricky just threw his first yellow rock. And just trying to draw in maybe top house. Looks pretty good.
Sitting full 12 would be ideal here. The guard's great too, but full 12? Oh, it's a sliding top 8. Oh, really? Just a bit deep, but I don't hate it.
No, they're sitting 2. Can't complain about that. The double.
The double is
would be there, but you'd lose.
It's a very tough double. You lose your shooter on the attempt.
Okay, Bobby doing a hit here on sheet D, leaving him sitting 3 at the moment, with with hammer to come. So Rob about to throw hammer on sheet C.
Not hammer.
Oh,
it's
not
his
hammer?
last.
Oh, right, his last red. Glad you're paying attention. So he's just trying to hit that yellow that Ricky just threw.
Seems like he is lining up for the double.
Or at least one.
Yeah, with that kick, that looks like it's going to be a double. So in order to get this double, they just need to sliver touch the top yellow and go into the side. But it looks like it's a little wide. Sweeper's calling it for this. Sweeper's on it to curl, but it's going to get a snap, but nicely thrown by Rob.
Wow, just barely.
That thing had to have curled a quarter of a rock past the hog line. That was impressive. So nicely thrown by Rob for the Tetons. Red is now sitting 1, 2, 3. I had full confidence in the world that Rob was going to throw that. I mean, to hit that. I knew he was going to do it. Absolutely. Nicely thrown there, Rob.
And I wasn't looking at sheet D, so I'm not sure what happened there. But I see Red pulling out the rocks. So I think it was a steal of maybe 2.
I'm going to assume for triangle, this is Laura for Laura throwing lead. I could very well be wrong. I usually am.
So Ricky throwing hammer on sheet C.
Oh, lost some steam there on sheet C.
Yep.
So it's a steal of 3 for Team Redwoods Tetons. What's the full team name on that one? Redwoods among the Tetons, sorry. On sheet B, hit weights being called for Megan for the Everglides. Hitting 1 is good. You might be able to get you might be able to both, but it's just a nose hit. Nicely thrown by Megan for the Everglides on sheet B.
Nice hit and roll here on sheet B. And we're just trading hits on sheet D. And looks like that's a call on sheet C too, and sheet A. That would be, everybody wants to trade hits here. Brian calling for a double here on sheet B.
Weight's looking good.
Oh.
Good attempt.
Keep going.
Good attempt on the double for sheet B, for Harrison on sheet B. Just needed to. This and the 5-6 was having.
Just the mute button. The mute buttons are a little ornery. Keep talking. Now mine's not working right. Hello.
Hello.
Well, I got half a channel here.
Line is looking really good on this split draw here, but it's just the weight's so hot here. It's probably going to end up being hack weight here for the Pygmies.
That sounds better. I think it was that button that was being ornery, actually. You want to see how you sound, Rob?
No, I don't. Wait, do you hear me?
Yeah. All right. I think we're good now.
So good hit by Sarah to sit shot, but it did jam in the back. So they're sitting 1 and 3. So another hit attempt here for the triangle team, the We Pick the Yellow Stones. Hold that line out there a little bit if they want. I think they want to stay on the high side, hit and roll to sit 1-2. Good weight. Looks like they're going to get the good roll there too. So they're sitting 1-2 right now. Nicely thrown. On sheet C, Team Jersey Pinelands sitting 1 half shown behind the yellow guard. So I guess I really like the idea of a tap here. If they can come down and oh wow. So the idea was supposed to be a tap, but it just apparently snapped like a foot north of the hog line, dropped in a lot of weight.
Yeah, looked like it picked something there.
On sheet B, calling line early to get the hit. Looks like it's already starting to move a lot coming up the inside out hit. Sarah might make contact. Hold that line, guys, hold it. Just over curled, like the release was just probably a little wide on the release there. Those inside out hits, they can trip you up.
Okay, on sheet C, Ricky looking at peel on the guard. Looks pretty good. Okay, yep. Well, replacing the guard.
Well, when you're down with hammer, the guard is your friend. So I think the idea was to do the run back double and keep the yellow shoot around as a guard for you to use. They just needed it to snap maybe another inch to make sure it got both reds. So looks like Eric for Team Pick Me. Speaking of that inside-out hits I've been talking about, now we're looking like they're going to do an inside-out hit on the yellow that's sitting third shot right now. The question is going to be, are they going to see a lot of motion on it or not? Just make contact. Any contact is good contact here.
Nice little split there on sheet C.
The only problem with the split right now is it gives Jen for sub-name Team Hamlet a chance to hit and roll behind. Yellow down one with hammer. It'd be really nice to get that hit and move over behind the center-ish guard. And that's what Ricky's calling for. So with this line, it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of weight. Control might be the maximum there. But a good hit, nice roll on sheet C. Yep, calling for line now. Not a lot of rotations, so be really careful here on the snap. Yeah. The weight was there, but it just the curl. A lot of curl happens when you don't put a lot of rotation on those hits. So good weight though. And Redwoods amongst the Tetons. Team Jersey Pinelands is going to probably put a guard up here. So here's Han on sheet C. Han or Han, I apologize on the mispronunciation. If anybody's listening in the chat, help me out here if it's Han or Han. Weight looks a little up for guard. It might be tight. I mean, I don't even hate full 12 here. Be aggressive, sitting 3. It's going to end up being full 12 there. Oh, nope, touching 8. The triples there. On sheet C, the triples there.
You gotta go for
we
it.
we are 5 and unders, which means if you see the triple, you call the triple. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong.
If your shooter can throw that heavy, that is a lot of weight.
Yeah, Jen has shown she can throw the heat. She just got to make sure that the line's there. The heat's there. Looks like she's going to get contact. Ah, the weight was great. That was some good weight. Just needed to hang out a little bit more. But they're sitting third shot right now, so Rob's probably going to end up calling for a guard here. And on sheet B, draw attempt here from Brian for his first. 3 sweepers right now. Can he get full 12? Yeah, full 12 there. So they're sitting third shot right now.
On sheet D, Bouthilette's going to try this doubling out the yellows without jamming on a red. So it's there's many different possibilities that could happen here. But
I think the way that it's lined up on sheet D, if you get the double, you're not touching any of the reds. Just the way that it's lined up.
But if you make the double.
If you make the double, yes.
And I think it's over curling. No, well, yes. Okay, well, leaves red sitting 2. That's 2, yes.
And it's not technically a double because the yellow is still sticking around there. But it's fourth shot. So red is sitting 1, 2, possibly 3. On sheet B, the decision, I believe, for the triangle team here, Eric's probably going to go draw behind that yellow. And on sheet B, Jersey Pinelands getting ready to throw, skips first. Did not get to see whether or not that is a hit call or a draw, or a guard, I mean. I'm wondering if it's a hit. If it's a hit, I don't hate being a little aggressive on that one. But here we go. That looks like a hit kick on sheet C. And on sheet B, the draw attempt here. Sweepers are on it. Nice hit from Rob. Sitting 1, 2, 3 on sheet C. And here on sheet B, scrubbing. Big scrub here. Looks like it's going to end up being a 2 guard. So on the top down, on sheet B, I believe the conversation was whether or not that first throw from Brian was actually second shot. So if they hit shot, the red shot rock, will they be sitting 1-2? From this angle, I don't know. It looks a little close. It looks like it might end up being yellow is sitting second shot right now.
Yep, I would definitely call that yellow. It's more than halfway into the 12-foot line.
Yeah, but I don't trust the camera angle, so if it's close, I always prefer a measure.
Oh, a nice hit and roll here.
There you go,
sheet.
Rick. Nice hit and roll there. All right, so Brian doing the inside-out hit. So hammer about to be thrown here on sheet B. And now on sheet C, conversation on what Red Rock's last throw will be for Team Jersey Pinelands. All right. Hammer is away for the fourth end on sheet B. Calling for a line. Sweepers are on it.
Looking pretty
Line
good.
is looking really good. Calling them up. You got hit for sure. Yep, and it was 2 yellow, looks like. So we are neck and neck after 4 ends of play here in Sheet B. Tie score. How are we looking on Sheet B? Sheet D there, Ken?
Yeah, Robbie's trying to another hit. It's going to be a little difficult because there's a little more to jam on. But if you get a little past, a good bit past the nose of that yellow, and you can still stick around.
Oh, wow, that thing snapped on Sheet C.
Oh, no.
It's looking good, though. It's looking good. Can you pick out that yellow? Can you pick it out?
Oh,
Nicely
look
thrown.
At that. Very tight on the
Great.
other red there.
That was great line calling by Han Shoemaker for the Jersey Pinelands team. Great line call. And I do appreciate the level of exacerbation she had for like managing that line call. That was really well done by the Vice.
On sheet D, the hit didn't go as well as planned, so leaves red sitting shot, but their yellow hammer is just needs to knock that out and stick for 2. Oh, a hit here on sheet C, a little bit wide. Is it going to take off the other one? Oh, that just gets the shot rock, but leaves a steal of 2 red. And on sheet D, the hit is going to jam. And leaving a red steal of 1.
So I don't know if you've ever listened to me comment lately there, Ken, but I'm going to pull the TSN coverage specialty and completely ignore lead rocks. I don't talk during lead rocks because they are sacred and used for commercial breaks. And as usually a competitive lead, got to get used to it. I'm digging the hoodies. Those look sharp. And the matching hair. Why didn't y'all commit? Why didn't y'all commit? They did. Come on. I will say that Team Schenectady seems to be winning the uniform. We've got a really great set of, is this Schenectady? Albany, sorry. Team Albany's kind of winning right now. There's really great hoodies.
I guess we'll be seeing Team Albany on next draw somewhere here.
Yep. If anyone could beat them on the uniform. All right. Now that lead rocks have all been thrown on Sheet B, now we can talk about what's going on Sheet B. Anybody who's offended by my lack of talking about Leeds rocks, big shrug, y'all. This is the Leeds life.
We're gonna need more than that.
All right.
This side of nose, right? Yeah.
Unfortunately for people in the on the ice shed, I now possess a whiteboard.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be a problem for everybody. So if you're on the live stream and you see some, hold on, can you see?
Not, I mean, it would be there.
Yep.
On the BC
Right
screen,
above the timer where everyone's attention is. Yeah, this is not going to be a problem at all.
It's only on the second screen, though, not on the main screen.
Yep.
Yeah, that timer that you see you can see the timer on our second screen, on the CD screen.
Yep.
A little hard to read the time, but it's, what's that reading, 41 minutes left? I can't actually see the timer from inside here.
All right, so taking a look at the action here on Sheet B and on Sheet C. No guards in play on Sheet B or Sheet C. No one wants to throw guards yet. Harrison being asked to draw into sit 2 for yellow. Right on the center line, so it looks like it's going to be another hit and roll over. I really like this call for Eric from Triangle. Hit and try to roll over to the counter side. That is a lot of line there, so I guess they're not calling a lot of weight, probably like board weight here for Jeremy. I believe it's Jeremy.
Because all the guards are on Sheet D, where we have
all the guards
five
are on Sheet D, yes. And looks like we're going to do probably a double attempt on the yellows here on Sheet C. They're going to get contact on the first one, making sure that it doesn't over curl and hit the red.
Oh, just cleared.
Just cleared. Hans Shoemaker is just both sides of the rock on the line call and on the sweeping, doing a fantastic job. So well done. I'm already calling out MVPs already, so nicely done. Also, I have a soft spot for Pinelands. I was a Pinelands member for 3 years, so anybody listening from the Jersey Pinelands Curling Club, love y'all. All right, and Sarah Venugopal for the Everglides. Looks like it's going to be a hit here. So looks like it's good control. Needs to make sure it curls. They want to hit it, and they want to roll to the center line rather than to the other side. Looks like it's hanging a bit. Just needs to curl. Curl, curl. Ah. Good attempt. And looks like we're going to have a hit from Nick here on Sheet C. Oh. We're getting a lot of like these paper-thin misses for the last few hits here on Sheets B and C. And on Sheet B for the Triangle team here, they're just going to split the house.
And on Sheet C, Rob's hoping for a doubling out the yellows.
They don't really need. If he's lining it up the way that I think he is, it's got to be the double. Because if you hit the higher yellow rock, then Already calling for line. Oh, looks like they're going to make contact on the first one. Will they get the rollover? All right, they made contact. I don't actually hate how that ended up with the yellow. So you're sitting 1-3, no guards in play. You've got a 6-3 lead. Pushing the yellow over there is not bad, but you give yellow the opportunity now to hit the shot rock and roll over, and now you're going to split the house. So Nick Freeling for to be or not to be, sub-name Team Hamlet. Hit and roll is the call here. And if you clip the red guard and roll over, that's not the end of the world. But ideally, let's get that shot rock out.
On sheet D, we're now up to 5 guards here on sheet D.
So just copy and paste what's going on sheet D. Sweepers are on sheet B here. They're calling T-weight from the sweepers here on sheet B. Try to careen into that yellow. That's biting. Good sweep there for Jeremy late licks. They're sitting shot right now. Yep, they're sitting shot. Kind of. Yeah, it's going to force Brian to make a play on that side. Either make the hit. They need to hit, if they're going to hit it inside out, they need to make sure it's on the high side and get a roll. You don't want to run the risk of like jamming on that back yellow. So Sheepy, Brian ready to go and throw his first skips rocks without hammer. Gonna hit that red shot rock and roll back to the center line. Put center line back in that play. On sheet C, guard attempt here, needs to curl a little bit more.
On sheet D, we're up to 8 guards.
You kind of want to just like tell sheet B and sheet C, this is how you do guards.
Will the rock actually stop in the house on sheet D? Nope. Okay, still 8 guards. Oh, unfortunately,
It's hanging out a bit wide here.
Yeah.
They might get contact and lose a shooter. Oh,
and also missed on sheet C, so I guess if Ricky, Rob, looking for another guard, a better guard here on sheet C.
yeah, center guard would be great here. Love a guard here because if all you're going to give now is like a very difficult skips deuce for yellow. Weight looks good, but they're already calling it for line. Rotation's looking really good. I don't think you're going to get a lot of curl on that.
It's coming. It'll
It's
be
coming, yeah.
just where he wants it. Yeah, nice.
Might actually over curl. Nope.
No, it's
Looking good. Nicely thrown guard there. Great
Yeah.
placement.
Excellent.
And here we are on sheet B. Eric's first with hammer. Goal here is just to split the house. Get your skip, draw weight right now would be really nice. Sweepers are on it. Ideally, it would be T-weight because the kick inside out is going to be the same outside in. So keep it going. Looks like it's going to end up being a 2.5 to 3 guard. Yep. So short of the house on sheet B. Brian, this is going to be making a play at the hit one last time.
All right. Jen moves, gets rid of one guard, moves the other one. So on sheet C. So Rob now looking at just putting that guard back right where it was. This time it's his turn to throw.
All right, on sheet B, Brian Nist for the Everglides getting ready to throw his last hit. Any contact's good contact right now, even if you jam. If the red sits, you know, you're still keeping the yellow rock as a shot rock. Perfect. Dan Pearson, thank you. Dan Pearson, one of my good friends, one of my favorite skips to play with. Yeah, I played at Jersey Pinelands for 3 seasons. When I first started, I was at Plainfield, and immediately I already caught the bug. So once the season at Plainfield ended, I went over to Pinelands for 3 seasons. I am responsible for the jacket as well. That's my baby. That was the one cool thing I was able to do is when we went to Arena Nationals, I was able to help out with designing that jacket. I love it to this day still. So.
Okay, she'd see Rob. We got that guard back right where I wanted it, even higher. So it's
really great guard placement. Having it higher is great. You limit the risk of the run back, especially with heat. And we have hammer being thrown now on sheet B. There are triangle is already sitting 1. Now it's just a draw, touching paint for 2. Sweepers are on it. They're probably afraid of shorting it like they did the last one. Broom down all the way. It's looking good, triangle. Keep it going. Every inch now.
Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Need to make it half. It looks good. Full 12, half 8.
Good sweep.
So that is 2 for red. And after 5 ends of play on sheet B, it is triangle 4, Potomac 2.
Okay, on sheet C, Ricky going for the run back on the red. Red to red. Well, at least it clears the red. That helps.
I actually like that. That was the better miss. I mean, yeah, you've got the high red guard that's probably making it like the high guard looks like it might be the problematic one to try to get at the 2 yellows, the 2 reds, but you just saw from Ricky's that it is curling a lot. So getting rid of that closer guard was, I think, the better clearance, better miss. So
now Rob debating which side he wants to put his rock on. Oh, looking at the button side. That's good. Help guard the draw, which at this point is probably what Ricky would want to do most.
Actually, I don't even like the guard. If I was Rob, I would probably sit 3rd shot right now, because if you sit 3rd shot right now,
just get it full white.
Full white, yeah, and that's what the call is. Call is full white. You got the guard to work with. You already saw that Ricky, that out turn that he just threw, it will snap. So if you sit a 3rd shot, even with that attempt on the hit, they're going to lose their shooter. So this is a good call for Robert. Just got to make sure you execute. A guard is not the end of the world. Back 8 kind of just give them a free shot for 1, but it forces them into a pressure. They have to throw it with pressure. So last shot here for red on sheet C. Sweepers aren't touching it yet. Looks a little hot from our perspective. Yep. Looks like it's back 8. No, it's coming down a lot right there. That curl.
All right, that'll do.
Ended up being probably top 4 if it didn't over curl like that. But they're sitting 1, 2, 3 right now.
Yep.
But you just pushed that 2nd shot red up over enough that they could probably make the double and stick for the 1.
On sheet D, Old Faithful throwing their hammer here, so they just need to draw and do a little bit more than touch the 4-foot to make it count.
Hog rock here on sheet B for their guard.
Needed to curl and stop. Oh, going a little too much. Okay, well, it cuts them down to 1, but let's steal a 1 for Parks and Rec. And Ricky's hammer on sheet B. Sheet C. Just going for a hit.
Looking good. Oh, it's over curling. Oh, nicely. Oh. They needed to just sweep it a little bit more to keep it on the high side. But it was a real good attempt. It's just going to be a steal of, 2. It's a steal of 2 red. I thought it was going to be 1 red.
No, that was 2. They both agreed pretty quickly.
Yep. So after 5 ends of play on sheet C, Jersey Pinelands is up 8-3 on Team Potomac to be or not to be. Looking over on sheet B right now, we are now in seconds rocks here. Here's Jeremy throwing second for our triangle team. We picked the yellow stones, not throwing yellow stones. Sweeper's already saying it's coming down a bit. Need a sweep to try to get to the center line. It's looking a little heavy, though. It looks like it's going to end up being top 8. Yeah, it's touching 4. So red is sitting 1-2. And Brian already calling for the hit and flop behind the corner guard. Is anybody heckling us on the chat room? Now that I know that I got Connie and Dan listening, I'm expecting a lot of heckling.
Sorry, nothing more.
Nothing more. How many viewers we got?
On
19 people.
Yep.
Hello, 19 people.
And the other one we got 10 people. We do have a comment. I think you had it right the first time. I think that was for the name pronunciation.
Oh, great double from Harrison on sheet B here. So Team Everglides, Yellow Rocks from Potomac are sitting 1-2 right now. And it looks like Eric's decided, if you throw a double, I'll throw the double too. So here's a Jeremy hit call here.
Oh, I don't know if you saw the last comment from Dan there.
Oh, the more you know. Da-na-na-na. All right, calling for the sweep to curl. You'll make contact and probably roll out. But, oh. We are paper thin missing these doubles on sheet B and sheet C. I think that was the 4th one the past 20 minutes.
On sheet C, keeping the pressure on with another red one in the house here.
It's got some good finish on that one. That moved a lot. Sitting 1-2. I think that was probably meant to be like top 12. All right, so believe this is Annie from Triangle throwing Vice's first now on sheet B. Needs to curl a little bit. We're not seeing a lot of action right now this tight to the center line. And Jeremy trying to shoot for curl to just make contact with that back yellow. They make contact, but is it out now? It looks like it's out. It's out of the rings, but not out of play.
It could be biting, actually. The camera angle, I suspect that is biting. Because the camera looks underneath the rock there.
You look average. This is nice. Pardon me, everyone. I need to make fun of Tanner, as I normally do. So hit attempt was a bit wide on sheet C. And it looks like Nick Freeling being asked to guard their shot rock. Protect what you got. Build momentum. That's the plan. On sheet B, Sarah Vedenkapal trying to draw in behind that corner guard for yellow. It is drifted a bit heavy, so it's probably back 12, back 8, I mean. Touching back 12, but the line was the good line because it is getting right behind that quarter guard. It's just a bit heavy, so. And Annie for our triangle team here with the Red Rocks being asked to do that same draw again. Weight's looking a little up. This looks like it's back 12. Make me a liar. Sweepers are on it just to freeze to it, so it's definitely less than I thought. So full back 8, no, back 4, sorry. Nicely thrown there. They're sitting shot rock. Enough separation, though, that Brian could do the hit. Sarah throwing on sheet B. Line looks a hair wide. It's going to start snapping here very soon. There's that snap. Calling for the line. It looks like it's going to just clip the guard. Yep. Real good attempt there. Just over curled a hair on that one. So they just needed a bit more line. But weight looked good. Good attempt there. Now for Red Rocks, you're up 2 without hammer. Conversation is either the guard or freeze down to it. That's all the action is behind the tee line, so the guard isn't bad. It just frees up the opportunity for a skip's deuce to put like things in the top 4 and not being able to remove anything from play. I don't hate the idea of coming down and freezing to it, because if you freeze to it just right, it's going to take 2 yellow rocks to get rid of it. But if you ever are on either the high side or if you're not on nose, then it's an easy double. So we're about ready to get starting with our skips rocks on sheet B. On sheet C, we have what I believe to be the start of the Vice Rocks. Jersey Pinelands here, looking to do a... Don't know what the call is. There's a port there. I wonder if they're navigating the port to make contact with that yellow or draw behind.
Yeah, the call was to run back the red. It was a last-minute skip change to do that. So it's still a good call. You're up by 5 points, and just having another one in the red there, I don't mind that at all.
No joke. That is a very annoying red rock. If I was yellow, I would just probably have a heavy sigh on that one, because that just, you can hit it, but you are going to risk losing your yellow. But
I mean, if you double out the reds, that one and the red in the over on the left side.
That is definitely a 5 and under miss, where it's one of those, like, that's really a really good miss. I hate that that's there.
Yeah. So, Jen trying to hit something here. Even if she just clears that top 12 red, that works too.
So on sheet B, it looks like there was an over curl on the draw attempt, but they are sitting their triangle is sitting 1-2 right now. It leaves the 4 foot wide open, so Brian could. The skip's deuce is still in play on sheet B. The question is going to be ideal spot for Brian. Again, it would need to be nose on the red, but if you're playing the action to the back of the tee line, so I guess it's going to be freeze down and hope for a miss on the hit here. So sweepers are on it now. Need to make sure that it's going to freeze to that back red. Looks like it's coming down in weight a lot. This might end up being like half 8 with a good scrub. It's just touching the top 8. So triangle sitting 1-2 right now. Sheet C, little wide on the hit attempt, ends up hitting their back 8. Doesn't really do much damage to them right now. They are still sitting second and third with a very annoying red rock. Yellow wants to get a multiple here, so they got to make a play on getting that red rock off that yellow and move it. So looks like it's control weight from Jen here for yellow rocks, calling it for line. Looks like going to hit a guard, and just comes across the face on that back red. I mean, so. Question for Rob for Jersey Pinelands is: do we want to make a play on hitting it again? Do we want to guard it?
So this is hammer on sheet B. So just trying to draw for 3.
Yep.
Looks a little light. Sweeper's working hard.
Vice coming out to help on the sweep here.
I don't think it's going to make it. Nope.
Well, they definitely need to keep sweeping though. They don't want to accidentally tap anything up just in case. But yeah, this is a 2 guard. So, but get your deuce here. No, that wasn't hammer. That wasn't hammer on.
Oh,
I was so
that was
confused.
Last red. Okay. Yep. Sorry.
I was about to say, I'm like, wait, how is that hammered? Weren't they just?
All right. So yellow needs to draw for 1, basically.
I got confused.
Oh, I confused you. It's my fault.
I mean, I've been getting confused a lot lately. Last night, I hit a peel on my first, I was second for my Cap League team. I threw a peel. It was 5 rock rule. No idea why I didn't stop going, hey, maybe I shouldn't have thrown that.
Well, if you're peeling your own rock, you can do that.
It wasn't our rock. I got a little confused. So hammer in play now for Everglides from Potomac. Brian just needs to be full 4 to get their single here.
Oh, unfortunately, sheet C, they were going for the yellow. Instead, they tapped their red over. So now I'm giving Ricky a little better chance to score multiple.
Couldn't find the breaks from the draw from Brian. I'm wondering if that might actually be a steal of 1 or 2 there. Looks like it's a steal of 1. We know for certain that it is 1 red? Okay. We'll find out. It is a steal for red, so. So this is on sheet C, because again, I'm going to ignore leads rocks, as one does. On sheet C, Ricky going down, throwing his first, skips rocks, and they have the hammer. So they need to set up something here to get a bundle. It's possible. So I'm wondering with this line, are they trying to get to that red that's sitting back, biting back 4? Yeah. Sweepers are on it for line. They need to keep it hanging out there. We don't want to snap into that yellow guard.
It's all over the yellow guard.
It's already over the yellow guard. That's what I was worried about. The roll over to the center line's a good. If you can get it to roll to the center line, at least they're protecting their shot rock. But right now, wide open hit for Rob. He just threw that as well, so that line. So hit and roll over is the call here for Rob. If you hit and stick, that's fine as well. Just got to make sure you don't over curl into that yellow that's sitting 5th rock, sorry. How are we looking on sheet D there, Ken?
Well, yellow just Old Faithful hit a red 1 to sit 1, and they got just scored right as you were asking. So Old Faithful now has 2, so they're still in the game.
All right, this is on sheet C. Last rock for Jersey Pinelands. Calling for the curl. Good finish on that one.
Just
They're-
barely they get a roll.
Good roll there. So they're sitting 4 right now. They do leave the center line open, so Ricky's got a chance for a draw for 1 here. And on sheet B, looks like we are still on Leeds Rocks, but a nice throw from the lead from Triangle. I believe that was Laura. I could be wrong here. Laura did an excellent guard and then draw behind. So they're also sitting on the center line, so you can't really touch that. So, but Brian's wanting to throw the corner guard here. Again, one of my favorite things to see in 5 and under is people throwing the corner guard and not using the corner guard. If you are going to throw a corner guard, please use the corner guard.
Okay, she'd see Ricky's hammer. Looks like going for a little tap back here.
It's over curling into it, so stay with it, though. Stay with it. And that is unfortunately a steal of 4 red for favoring the Pinelands.
If you're late, that's all right.
And that's handshakes on sheet C. So Jersey Pinelands, Redwoods amongst the Tetons take 12-3 over to be or not to be Yellowstones. So we've got ourselves on sheet B, we got ourselves a corner guard here for yellow, and we've got a center line guard, and it looks like it's going to be top button for red. So I believe the call was probably meant to be a center line guard, but it hung out there really wide. So the guard came in play. Corner guard came into play here, but it was also heavy. That was back 8 on the tap, so now Brian can call the hit on the guard. So just peel the high guard. Peel the center guard here from Harrison. It's looking good. Just needs to stay on the high side. Good contact. And Eric for triangle, just having him put it back. Guard is looking good. It might over curl finish at the end. Yep, there's that snap. But not really going to be a guard. It's going to be just touch and 8. So they're sitting 1-2 right now. Brian's content to just hit probably the shot, rock, and roll. Calling for the double.
Your call.
I like that. I don't need to kill the shot rock right now. I could just hit the second shot that was just thrown. If I was Brian, hitting this higher one and rolling over is really good. Because even if you do get the double and it jams, you still might keep your shooter around. You don't need to kill it with like normal weight. Sweeper's already calling control, but it is looking a little wide. Snapping a bit, so you're gonna make contact. But does it stay around? It does. So this is what I love about playing like the hit. Like you didn't need to hit the shot rock. You didn't need to make a play at it because you leave it exposed or a run back for red. This is really great, forcing red to throw the center guard again. And you keep piling up all of those, shooters behind a corner guard, which is really great. So if you're ever wondering out there as a 5 and under curler, how do I use a corner guard? That hit and roll over, I think we saw it on the Scotties, the Canadian women's tournament, just a couple days ago. We saw like a team end up getting like a 4 spot after blank, 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 and all they really do with these downweight hits, they just hit and roll over, and they just get really annoying after a while because they start to pile up in the house. So never underestimate the value of a good board weight hit. So Sarah Venegapal is being asked to probably make a hit attempt at the shot rock right now with bumper weight. And if it over curls into the guard, that's fine too. If it over curls into the guard, you do have that opportunity to roll on behind behind your corner guard if it's fast enough. But weight looks control from my perspective here. Starting to curl now. It's going to snap here a bit. There's the snap, so it's going to make contact. Will it roll? Good roll there, too. Nicely thrown by Sarah, so it sits.
Yeah.
They're sitting 1, 2, 3, all behind that corner guard, so well done for Sarah and Team Everglides on that. It's going to force Triangle to draw behind the corner guard here, which isn't bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, those two yellows are behind the tee line, so
Yeah.
if he just managed to sit on him.
It's not snapping just yet, so it needs to curl a lot for this.
It's not going to make it that far.
Well, the
but
curl, they don't need to go deep. They can
Well,
be tees.
okay,
It's like
might
it's
get
back
far enough.
4. Just needed to curl a lot more.
well, it shot, but hittable.
Yep.
But the problem is if you hit it, then your shooter's behind the tee line also, so you'd like it to roll over to the middle, I guess. Be better
I mean, to be honest with you, if you're going to hit it, you need to hit it on the high side and roll over to the center line because you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket, right?
Yep.
You put all of it
behind the line there. You're
behind the
just
line
asking to
and
be
in that
sat on.
pile. One rock, one well-placed red rock is going to just lose like a bundle. So the hit and roll over. Sweepers are on it. It looks like it's going to clip the guard. Clip the other guard.
And roll in.
Roll to be. Oh,
Shot.
did that
Yeah,
shot rock?
That shot rock, yes. Well, that was an interesting.
Five and under shot. 5 and under shot right there. I'm getting nods of agreement for my sign that I. What a U5 shot right there. 5 and unders, where plan C is right there.
So I think the call is to hit the shot rock, and ideally you're going to roll over and guard your.
Yep.
Sorry, it's not. Yeah, hit the shot rock and then sit 2, or at least guard the other.
Yeah,
red.
this line looks like it's going to be like control to board. They don't need to kill it. They just need to roll over.
Even if they nose it. Even if they nose it.
Nose
they're
is
out
not the end of the world,
They're
but
out counting multiple yellows. And there's no double there.
this is a good mature shot. They don't need to murder it with like normal weight. They just need to control and get a good flop. It's hanging out a bit. There's that finish. You
Yeah.
get contact, rolls over.
Oh, a little too far. Not out counting any of the yellows.
I don't know. From this perspective, I can't tell if it's out counting that yellow or not. It's close, but I can't tell. But at least yellow is sitting second and third shot at least.
Let me know if you want to use a telestrator, Rob.
No, that's too complicated. I can barely talk right now. Adding more like tools to work with, I'm just going to be all discombobulated. Ideally for Brian here, you need to make contact and you need to roll to the center line. You want to give yourself some distance from all the yellows. You do not want to clump this up. Looking over on sheet D, yellow give themselves a nice little center guard, protect their shot rock. Red does have a wall of corner guards there, so. That yellow shot rock is. Well, they got the hit.
Yep.
They did, and they managed to give themselves separation. It looks like they're 1, 2, possibly 3. So now Red. I mean, Red isn't left with a huge dilemma here. They did just see the control weight hit on this line. If they stay on the high side and hit this, if they do an out-turn hit, stay a little bit on the high side, they get a hit and roll, freeze to that yellow that's sitting back there, force that last shot to be a hit. I think that's the call.
Over on sheet D, the last yellow rock. Just trying to either guard or draw. Looks like draw weight.
It's coming down, but yeah, it's draw weight. Looks like it's going to be back 12. Nice beneficial clip there. But, oh. Yeah, nose hit on the shot rock will give Bobby the single there for. Did I just hear Doctor Who?
Who?
Sorry, I just heard a ringtone that I thought was Doctor Who. So, did I? I heard it. Did you hear it? Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Last rock for triangle. Their sweepers are on it. They wanted to keep it high out there. Weight looks about control weight, but they need to make sure they keep that high out there. It's looking good. Keep it high. They got contact and just a little bit of a roll, so it'll be an opportunity here for the Everglides with Brian Nist. Good hit, possibly for 3 here. I heard Doctor Who theme through the audio feed. I'm glad I'm not alone. Okay, great.
All right, nice nose hit on sheet D, so 1 for Parks and Rec.
This will tie things up here for the Everglides. Nose hit on that red. All right. Hammer is away. Sweepers are on it for line. You're going to make contact here. Good nose contact. So they got the. I just don't know if it's for 2 or 3. I can't tell with that yellow and red over there. And Vices are looking at it.
Oh, no. Kicked him away, so I'll call it 2 and see if they post something else, or are they going to hang it now?
They're going to hang it now. Sarah's good at hanging them, so that was for 2.
2.
Okay.
So both sheets made it to 10 ends.
8 ends.
8 ends. Yeah, whatever. We're not the Olympics here.
We're not the Olympics, so we're.
And Bouthillette just called through here to they're well ahead on sheet D.
So it looks like both. Is it both Hammer teams right now? No.
Maybe I'll switch views on our feature stream here since we're just watching that one.
So red has Hammer on sheet B. They have the lead. So yellow's goal is just to congest. Try to get a steal on this one to force the extra or steal the win. On sheet D, yellow has Hammer, and they basically just need as much yellow in the house or any rocks in the house as possible. And Team Bouthillette, Parks and Rec, they are content just to make it as a clean sheet as possible. Looks like Megan's being asked to draw behind the guards to the center line, which is a great call here. Sweepers saying that it's there. They want to stay close in case the snap here. Line is looking good. Yep. Sweepers might get some late licks on it. Remember, it's better to be like top 8 than it is to be back 4 here, but they're gonna curl enough to be in, right behind the high guard.
Yeah, excellent.
Touching top 4, well done. Nice throw from the lead on Team Everglides. And Team Parks and Rec, happy just to keep hitting whatever is touching the house. So it's looking like it's going to rotate. Not a lot of rotation, so you got to be careful. It's going to just seize up a little bit. But the weight's looking really good, just pushing it back a bit. And pushes it back enough for Red to sit shot rock. And looks well buried behind the 2 guard. I like the call here, going for the draw on the other side. You still can see all of the top 4, and if you're yellow, without the hammer, everything in the house is great here. So I love the call here from the Everglides, making sure just to draw. Touching top 4 is great here. Touching top 4 is ideal here. Just get behind that guard. Sweeper is saying that it's a bit up. Yeah, it's looking a little up from our perspective here. Might dig on the weight a bit, but this looks like it's going to be possibly space weight just back past the house. It's coming down nicely. Full 12. Full back 12. Nope. Yep, I was right the first time. Space weight. And it'll be Jeremy for our friends from Triangle doing the same shot. Just draw, try to control the top of the house. That's also up as well. Sweepers are staying close, but they're calling up. Less rotation than Harrison's. We might end up seeing a bit of a dig and a finish at the end here. Yeah, not a lot. It's starting to knuckle a little bit, but it's looking heavy. And it's going to find itself back 4. Nicely thrown. It did look like a big kick at the beginning of it, but yeah, not having a lot of rotation on this ice. Once you find that break point and it starts to curl, it just drops a lot of weight. Team Parks and Rec going for the hit on the yellow here. Makes contact, loses that yellow. Gets a double on their own, but they are sitting second shot. Back yellow is actually, the yellow that's sitting back 12 is shot for our friends from Schenectady. And Schenectady being called to draw behind their high guard. Jeremy for Triangle here. Looks like it's going to end up being a guard attempt, which the way it's looking good, Sweepers need to keep it out there to keep it from over curling onto the other guard. Looks really good. Good adjustment from Jeremy from triangle. Nicely thrown. Yeah, Brian and Harrison for the Everglides having a conversation, going for the double peel right now. I think that's really all you can do. They just need to get a better path to sit on top of that back four Red Rock. Again, they need to get a steal of one here to force an extra. So Sarah being asked here for the double peel, just good normal. Stays on the high side, you might get them both. Supers are on it for line. Weight's looking decent. They're going to make 1, 2. There it is. Great peel. Even if it is keeping a corner guard out there, they're still usable, and they can still run a bullet straight back at the shot rock. So it gives them a few more options here for the Everglides with yellow. And triangle. Yeah. Eric and Annie talking. Anywhere in the center line's good. If anyone from Triangle is listening and I'm getting the names wrong, please let us know in the chat room. I have listed here Annie as the vice. So weight looks a bit up. Looks like maybe a 3-4. 3 guard or top 12. Looks like they're going to coming down, but it might end up clipping the yellow, which isn't bad. You get that yellow to move over to the center line. It guards it just enough.
Yeah, I mean, the draw path is still there.
Yeah, the draw path is better for them, but I think with what Eric was wanting to do for Triangle was they wanted to guard against the run back, the hit, but Brian now wants to peel that. No, that line looks, no, yeah, that's a peel. He's calling for normal here. She just threw normal, so Sarah's being asked to peel this, if not hit thick enough that it just runs it back.
All right, handshakes on sheet D.
Looks a little wide. She'll make contact on it and lose the shooter. Oh. My only concern with that shot was that if you're trying to steal, you really needed to use that guard and draw behind, because that back, the red shot is back T. You could have drawn nicely to it and really forced the issue. So, and now Triangle, Annie already threw a one guard, asking to throw in another guard here. Looks a little up. She can be like the throw couldn't be